Andrew, do you know who Chase Young is?
Yeah, of course.
No. My point is, I don't either.
Before I said that Cade Cunningham would never be an All-Star, and I just wanted to double down on that. I just.
We're back
What's going
with
on
another.
with Mike's video?
I know.
Are y'all ready for some March Madness? What up, Jam Squad? Welcome back to another edition of Jam Pack Podcast. I am MK. I'm joined with my guys, John, Drew, and Tesla Mace.
What's up,
What's going on,
guys?
fellas?
What's up, y'all?
What's cracking? What's cracking? You guys ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Oh, you bringing out cheat sheets? Like, what would you
Oh
just
yeah,
print out?
you know, I can't tell you. I'll let you guys pick first, and I'll fill it in for you.
Hey, we're going that route.
Especially Andrew. You know.
Got the hot takes from Vegas already rolling in.
You
I
know,
love
be
it.
copying my
I
picks
love it. I
this
love
time,
it.
guys.
Mike's gonna be copying your picks. That's
yep.
amazing. For those of you joining us today, we're live every Monday, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're new with us, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you say hi in the comments, man. We want to get to know you. Today we are solely running down March Madness. I love this time of year. Lots of great ball. Lots of awesome upsets. Always some awesome upsets. I think the last couple of years my bracket has been busted within the first couple days, which has sucked. But hey, I'm back for it another year. We'll see how this goes. Let's see. If you want to join us, let me see if I can get this link in here. We are going to be filling our own brackets out. And let's see. Let me copy that. I'll throw this here in the comments. Boom. If you want to join our group, our March Madness group, and fill out your own brackets, the link is down in the comments below. It's also in the description. I believe I threw that in the description as well. But feel free to join us. It is free. We're not looking for any kind of gain except for your subscription. That'd be great. Maybe a like on this video. That'd also be awesome. That'd help us out a big deal. But let's start running down through these matchups because we got a ton to go through. Why don't we start? Where do you want to start, Mike? You want to start east, south, west, midwest? Which bracket do you like?
Let's go east because that's the #1 overall seed, UConn.
Right on. Let's go east, and I'm pretty sure the first game right there, UConn versus Stetson. #1 seed UConn versus number 16 Stetson. Does Stetson even have a chance?
Definitely Stetson, guys. Just kidding.
Does Stetson have
strong, man.
Do any of you think Stetson has a chance?
No. Andrew might, but the rest of America probably not.
Drew, are you taking?
I definitely got UConn. I'm joking around. Definitely. UConn. I mean, UConn might be stronger than last year. Like they're so good, but anyways.
You know, it's interesting though. Interesting that they're the only #1 seed that won their actual conference tournament. it'll be interesting to see if that has an effect, playing that extra day, right? I mean, at the end of the day, some of these teams, you get an extra day off or a couple of days off, in some of the cases in Purdue, right? Because they would have played till Sunday. Um, you get an extra day off, and it's a little bit more rest going into this tournament. So, there's arguments on both sides. So it'll be interesting to see.
Momentum's big though, so that's the other side of the coin. So especially in a month tournament, single elimination, like momentum's everything. So I don't
Well,
think it's gonna hurt them
UConn didn't
personally.
win. UConn didn't win the Big East last year, and they won it all. So I think I'd have to look at how many actual conference winners ended up winning it, because there's actually quite a bit of an argument about, like, do you go all hard in these conference tournaments, because I mean you're talking 4 straight days of games, right? And then you
Right.
get 5 days off, and then you have to play every other day. And so, although that being said, no one who has lost the first game of their conference tournament has ever won it. So if you're picking Duke to win it all, good luck to you.
We're doing our picks on Yahoo, right?
Yeah.
Yahoo user picks. There's still at least 1.67% of users that are picking Stetson to win over UConn. So
I mean,
I'm
crazy
throwing
things
in
happen,
50
but
bucks.
Those can't be for money.
Ridiculous. I'm going with UConn with that one too. I think it's a no-brainer. UConn's just got a strong defense. You keeping teams that are averaging under 70 points. You all right over there, Drew? You
yeah,
you fumbling the ball over there?
just a little bit.
Yeah, I think we're all
I
going
just-
UConn.
yeah,
I mean,
you going UConn? Yeah, John.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, let's go to the next matchup. Number 8, Florida Atlantic over and versus number 9, Northwestern. Who you got, Drew?
I'm going Northwestern on this one. I know it's only 8-9. You can say it's an upset, but not really. I just think that they're underseeded a little bit, and they're gonna pull out the win on that one.
John, what do you think?
I have Northwestern as well.
Ooh, any reasoning?
Not really. You're not going to hear a ton from me on pros, cons. I'm just filling out my bracket, guys. I
Yep,
have technical difficulties, so I'm actually writing this down as we go, and I will fill it in later. So I am doing some double duty here. So
Dope. Mike, who you taking?
I got FAU. FAU losing to Temple in that
Ooh.
tournament was a big upset. They took them they didn't make it because they won their own conference. So I think they're out to prove it. They got a good squad. And I got FAU. I don't want that. John and Andrew are going for that extra point in our pool to get the 9 seed upset, but I'll take the easy 1 point there and just move on.
I'm taking FAU. I think FAU's allowed about 73 points per game. Northwestern normally scores of 74 a game, so that'll probably even out. The biggest test is Northwestern's defense only allowing 69 points a game going to hold up against Florida Atlantic's 83 points a game on offense. And that's tough to do, man. You got a high scoring team. That is tough to do.
Ultimately, it's pretty unpredictable. This one, they're 8-9 seed. That's a tough. You can call it. That's why I say you can even really call it an upset. But I don't know. I think Northwestern just has some vets, some older players ready to go, and so I'm going with them. Experience
I'll take
matters,
that point from you. I'll take that extra point from you. Don't worry about it. I'll take that. Next
I just think the fact
matchup.
that they got in, I think FAU's out to prove it, because they were a bubble team, and the fact that they got in,
they were a bubble
as
team.
an 8 seed, they're gonna come out and prove the committee right. I think I think the Big Ten wasn't that great this year, to be honest with you. So I think the fact that Northwestern got in, I'm a little shocked at, but at least that high. But yeah, I think FAU's out to prove a point, especially after that embarrassing loss to a losing record Temple team to not even make the championship game.
Yeah. Let's go to our next matchup. Number 5, San Diego State versus number 12, UAB. Who you taking? John, who you taking?
I am taking San Diego State.
San Diego State. Mike?
So San Diego State went to the Final Four last year. I was at the Mountain West semifinal game where they beat Utah State, and then I watched on TV when they played New Mexico, and I saw that they had one guy in the second half with about 5 minutes left who got every bucket for him, Ladie, who's a stud, by the way. But I know my boy Richie Powers is putting San Diego State. Rich, I'm gonna take the upset. I'm going UAB here. Go Blazers. I think UAB knocks them out in the first round. Someone other than Ladie has to do scoring. I'm going for these 7 extra points, and I'm gonna go UAB. So I'm gonna take 2
going
teams
UAB.
from the A10 to advance in this. Yeah, you know what? It's an upset. I think San Diego State's
Tesla
favored
Mays, you're getting booed right now.
I know. My buddy I was with, his parent. My buddy I was with, the parents went to SDSU. I like SDSU. Think they got a great coach. I just think that run to the Final Four last year kind of shows what they were, and I think UAB can get it done personally.
You don't think they can make it past the first round though?
I do. It's an upset, right? That's just all it is.
Yeah.
There's not many upsets on the. I'm looking through this thing and I'm trying to find upsets. This is just one I'm picking, right?
Gotcha.
Honestly, I got Auburn beating either one of them in the next round, so I may as well go for the 7 extra points here in this one.
Gotcha. Drew, who are you taking?
I'm going San Diego State, 100%. So
okay, you taking San Diego State? I'm actually taking San Diego State. So
I just don't think that's curious. The upset, but hey, Mike, prove us wrong, you know. And no one can say I'm copying Mike. So
there we go.
No copying Tesla Mays over there.
No, Tesla Mays has got the Vegas hot sheet over there. He's cheating. Over there cheating.
Only it worked last week.
Our next matchup: number 4 Auburn versus number 13 Yale. Woo, Mike, who you taking?
So Yale kids are very, very smart, but they're not as good at basketball as Auburn kids. So I'm gonna go with Barkley's alma mater and take the Auburn Tigers to win this game.
Okay. Drew?
This is actually gonna be my upset. I'm gonna go Yale.
Oh, you're going Yale.
Yale. Yeah.
Both got pretty good defense.
Yale won yesterday at the buzzer.
They did.
At the buzzer. They were down 1 to a Brown team that's 13-17, and they beat them by 1 point at the buzzer. So
don't worry about it. Yale's gonna win this
one.
Don't
persuade his pick.
Just for what that's worth, your Ivy League dream in school is not gonna get by in this one, in my opinion. Although you got a couple bigs, but
that's funny. John, who are you taking?
So actually, Mike stole my thunder there because there was something I was gonna actually say. I was like, well, Brown kids are smart too, but they don't play basketball that well either with the losing record. But I'm going Auburn on that one.
You going Auburn?
Yeah.
We got we got a question for you there, John. So Rich wants to know where you got that shirt. He wants that Only Hoop shirt.
This is a pretty cool shirt. So where did I get that? Bucket Culture. If you Google Bucket Culture, it's like a little online basketball brand. I think it ships out of like China or something like that. So when you order, expect a delay. I think my stuff got caught up at customs, but it's really cool. I picked like they have I think it's like a box, and you pick 4 or 5 shirts and a sweatshirt. So it's pretty cool.
Dope. I'm gonna have to get me some. That's for sure. Let's go to our next match. I'm taking Auburn, by the way. Not that matters. That wasn't persuaded by Mike's little argument over there. Let's go to our next matchup. Number 6 BYU versus number 11. Help me out.
The Duquesne Dukes. Duquesne Dukes.
Duquesne Dukes.
That's their name. Yeah.
So the N is just silent. We just dropping that.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was spelled like that. I just always hear it called Duquesne.
All right.
Nah,
All
they're
right. I'm clearly going BYU.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John. You're next.
Yep, I feel the same way. I can't pronounce it, so BYU it is. No, I actually think that BYU has really good shooting this year. There's a few teams that I've actually watched this year, and BYU is one of them. So I think they get by, maybe up by 10 or whatever. But I think it'd be a good game. I think they put it away though.
Dope.
Yeah, they play hard. They shoot really well.
Yeah.
I think they were ranked like top 15 a couple times this season. Maybe I think they got up to like 12th overall in the top 25 ranking.
Yeah.
You could even argue that 6 is a low seed for BYU. So, and their shooting is just really good. So I'm going to take them as well.
What do you
BYU
know
for
about
sure.
BYU, Drew? Come on.
Not much. I
Like-
didn't go, so not much.
Mike, who you taking?
So BYU moved to the Big 12. I honestly did not think they would do as well as they did this year. I think the Big
Mhm.
12 was probably top to bottom one of your best conferences. I'm partial to SEC. Sorry, Richie. But I think Big 12 is right there, and the fact that BYU did so well going on the road, beating Kansas in Kansas, was a huge win.
Yeah.
That being said, they are also very streaky. So if they can't make those shots, it will be an interesting game. I don't think Duquesne has the firepower though to hang. Again, they weren't even supposed to be there either, so I'm going BYU. Go Cougars.
Next
Cosmo, I hope
matchup.
Cosmo's there.
Number 3, Illinois versus number 14, Morehead State. John, who you got?
I have Morehead State.
Yes,
Whoa.
going
Yep,
with the
I
upset,
am going
baby.
with that. That's going to be my
That's
upset.
what I'm talking about.
For the bracket here on this one. That's my upset. So Morehead State, I think they have a pretty solid team. Defense needs a little bit of work, but they got some shooters. I think they'll get it done. Illinois is a good team, but yeah, I think Morehead State pulls it off.
Ooh, Mike.
So a lot of people are actually picking Morehead State. I'm not one of them. I'm going Illinois. Illinois just went through the Big Ten, won it. They're shooting. They got kind of everything. Might be tired because those were some hard fought battles over the weekend, but I'm going Illinois. I don't think Morehead State can hang for that. It'll be a good game for the first half, but I think they pull away late. Illinois.
Drew.
Mike's making it hard for me, so I'm gonna have to pick. But I'm gonna pick Illinois. I don't want to say anyone. I'm not copying him though. I'm
No,
picking
you're copying
Illinois.
Paula because she picked Illinois.
All right, there we
That's
go.
my girl Paula.
I'm actually going Illinois as well on this one. I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think Morehead State has won versus any top 25 team. And I think Illinois has one win versus a top 25 team, but still, that's one more win over Morehead State. So I'm picking Illinois on that one. Let's see, number
that
7.
changes.
What's that? That changes?
That'll change.
That changes it, yeah.
Make
With
it
your
happen this
upset.
week. That's right.
Let's see. Number 7, Washington State. Wazoo versus number 10, Drake. Mike? Lay us with
I'm
some
going Drake
knowledge.
here. I'm going
You're
Drake.
going Drake? Oh.
Yeah, Missouri Valley is going to beat the Pac-12. Rich and I were actually at that Pac-12 championship game, and that might have been one of the worst games I've seen in my life. It was hard to watch.
Ooh.
And Wazoo wasn't even in it. Wazoo lost to one of these teams that couldn't make a shot. So Missouri Valley, Drake, they've been there before. They beat Indiana State, who was ranked earlier this year. It's a good conference. It's the conference where a few teams have came out before, but I got Drake for sure. Give me the singer Drake on this one.
Drew?
I'm definitely going Washington State. Pac-12's winning this one. Sorry, no Drake for me.
Sticking with the Cougs, huh? All right.
Yeah.
John?
I have Drake winning this one too.
You got Drake winning this one too.
Yep.
Man.
Come on. Now.
If I'm looking at
MK.
if I'm looking at the rest of the 7-10 matchups, I think this is one of those 7-10 matchups that's going to be an upset. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going Drake on this one.
So
Where
you
are
know,
from, man? Where are you
so
from?
you know,
Word. I'll give you a heads up. not only am I from that I moved down from Washington, but my sister also attended Wazoo, and I'm still going with Drake. Okay.
Nice.
So Wazoo's actually favored in this game by 1.5 points. So,
I think it'll be close, but I'm going Washington State.
yeah, this is one of those moments where those 3 extra points could be helpful. So that's why I'm going Drake.
Yeah.
He's playing the bracket, not reality right there.
Rich said
Okay.
that game was pretty bad. Horrible way to close out the Pac-12. Yeah, no kidding,
Yeah.
man. It's still shocking that
Yeah.
we're not going to see a decent Pac-12 tournament before they close that out. That's ridiculous.
Here's the thing, Washington State though, they're really good rebounders, and their bigs play well. And I always feel like in tight playoff games, those are the teams that can pull out a win. So that's why I don't know. I think that's the strength they got.
All right.
I think they're.
We'll go with
When
go
I
with that.
researched a lot of this, I think they're top 40 in rebounding in the whole country. For colleges, that's really good. It's a lot of schools, a lot to go
shoot.
up against. So.
On that
Anyways.
note, I'm going Drake. All right.
I almost got him. He almost changed his mind.
Let's see. The last matchup in the East, number 2 Iowa State versus number 15 South Dakota State. John, who you taking?
I have Iowa State in this game.
Iowa State going with the number 2 pick. They played a lot of top 25 teams, man.
I mean, they just destroyed Houston by 30. Like, in the
Yeah.
Big 12 championship.
Yeah.
And I think they have a deep bench too. I think the players coming off the benches are really good. So yeah, I think they did really well against Houston, and I feel like they put a shellacking on them. So yeah,
Tell them the real reason you're picking Iowa State, John. Who comes from Iowa State? Our boy. He plays quarterback for us.
Oh, Purdy.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
He's a Cyclone. And Tyrese Halliburton came from there. So
that's right.
Mike, who you taking?
Cyclones. There's a South Dakota State though is a solid team. Like, to be honest, like from the small conference, they've got experience. I think they've been here the last 3 years. So like I think this game could be closer than you think. And I think that Big 12 championship run that Iowa State did may have taken a lot of gas out of them. So it would not surprise me if it's a little bit closer than what people think. And to be honest, like there's even a world that I see South Dakota State winning. It's just a very small world, very, very small chance in my opinion.
Drew, who you taking?
Yeah, Iowa State. And
taking
kind of
Iowa
what
State?
Don was saying, and Mike, they've just been showing out. So, and honestly, I know nothing about South Dakota State. So thanks for the little tidbits there. Mike, appreciate it.
Let's move out south. Let's move south. Before we move deeper into the brackets, let's move south. Let's go with the first matchup: number 1 Houston versus number 16 Longwood.
I mean, I think we could all just move on and pick Houston real quick.
Yep.
Agreed.
No question.
Right.
Congrats Longwood on making it. Season over.
Number 8 Nebraska versus number 9 Texas A&M. Who you got? Drew?
This one, unfortunately for me, is based on not a whole lot, but I'm going Nebraska. So
going Nebraska. All right.
Yeah.
All right, John.
I kind of feel the same way. I mean, I think that it probably could be a pick 'em here. But it might be even closer than even I think. But I just chose Nebraska. I think I can't remember the forward's name, but they got a really good forward I like watching. And they play a two-man game pretty well. So Nebraska.
Mike?
Yeah, I think Nebraska, if I'm not mistaken, hasn't advanced out of the first round in a very long time. I think this is the year that they advance. I was very impressed with them. They can score. They could score the ball. A&M is in the SEC, but I see this is I'm gonna show a little bit of love to the Big Ten and give Nebraska the one game win here because they get blown out in the second round. But,
after all that SEC hype, you just
I know. Trust me, that one hurt. That one really hurts. But and I'm sorry, to the sorry to the soldiers at Texas A&M. Thank you for your service, but Nebraska is definitely the pick. It's a close game. I mean, it's a toss up. I do not fault anyone for picking A&M. I think Vegas has it like a pick 'em. So
I'm
it's
going
right there. Could go
A&M.
anywhere. Are you?
I'm going
Okay, there you
A&M.
go.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
going
good chance to
A&M.
take that extra point. So yeah.
Yep. Let's see. We got number 5 Wisconsin versus number 12 James Madison. Mike, you go first.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just picking James Madison here. So this to me, Wisconsin just made a run, got to the Big Ten championship game. They can score the rock, but James Madison's a solid squad. They actually beat Michigan State first game of the season, in Michigan State. And Michigan State beat Wisconsin later in the year. So I know a lot of people are picking James Madison. I'm one of them. To win 31 games this year, only to 3 losses, that is very, very solid. They have an older, junior, senior heavy squad, and they are very good. So I'm picking James Madison. Get me on that upset train. I'll take the extra points.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is a trendy pick, but I'm also gonna go James Madison.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean that I was reading up and watching some of their highlights actually just to see how they play because I was looking for a nice upset this time, and I think they shot like 60% in that game against Arkansas. Like they're just playing really, really well, and like Mike said, 31-3. That's no joke. So, and they beat some good teams.
John, who are you taking?
I think Mike said it best. I chose James Madison. I don't know too much about them other than the fact that they do have an older group, a more veteran group, which I do like, especially going up against Wisconsin. And obviously the better record doesn't hurt, so I chose them.
Yeah, I'm choosing James Madison as well.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
all 4 of us on a 12 seed.
Hey,
how many years in a row has it been that a 12 seed beat a 5 seed? I think it's happened for the last so many years. So it's also on that line. So
yep. Let's see. Number 4 Duke versus number 13 Vermont. I got Duke. Who you got? I'm not even a Duke fan. I got Duke.
I got Duke.
Mike, anybody going Vermont?
I got Duke.
Nobody?
Yeah, I don't think Duke's good, but I think Vermont's not good. So
yeah, exactly.
You got to take Duke in this one.
Is Duke good? Not necessarily. Is Vermont any better? No.
Vermont. This is back-to-back years though they made it, so they do have experience and they have shooters, and they have one big in the middle who's pretty decent, could step out. I just think Duke's too athletic for them.
Yeah, I agree. All right, we got number 6 Texas Tech versus number 11 NC State. Oof. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I picked NC State actually.
Yep. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
NC State's riding high on their win, their title win.
Championship. Yeah, They beat North Carolina. That was a good win.
And Virginia.
Yeah, that was a very good win.
They beat good teams.
Who are you going with, Mike?
I'm going with Texas Tech. Texas Tech is, again, the better conference. ACC is a down year for them. Yeah, they beat Virginia. That North Carolina win, I think it was an off game for UNC. NC State, I mean, think about it. They won their conference tournament. They still got in as an 11 seed. So they were playing for their lives to get in, and they needed to win, and they won. So I think that's why they're here. But I like Texas Tech. Texas Tech's too strong. Big 12 is better than the ACC.
I'll agree with you with that. Big 12 is definitely better than the ACC this year. John, who are you taking?
All right, so we talked about honesty, right? I chose Texas Tech, but there's no reason why I chose them. So I don't know too much about either team, but I just chose them because I had to choose one of them. So
I got it. I'm there.
Patrick Mahomes' alma mater, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I think football when I'm choosing this is horrible. It's not the way to do it. Oh, Patrick Mahomes. All right, cool.
I love it.
Versus Russell Wilson, right?
I love it. We got number 3 Kentucky versus number 14 Oakland. Anybody taking Oakland? No biters.
No, but it should be a very
Mike's raising his eyebrows.
It should be a very, very high scoring game. Should be a very high scoring game. Kentucky doesn't choose to play defense. Like
Oh
if you
yeah,
watch
yeah,
that game
that's
on if
true.
you watch that game on Friday, it's like just up and down and up and down. They're just gonna outscore you. I think their last 4 games have gone over 80 points. Like, but I just don't think Oakland can outscore them.
So, do you guys know what team is the highest 3-point shooting percentage in NCAA this year?
Is it Oakland?
Nope, it's Kentucky. So,
Highest
yeah,
3-point
they shoot as a
percentage?
team. They shoot 41% as a team, or 42%
Interesting.
from three, and they have a lot of young guys. But yeah, they're a very, very good team. They have a lot of talent. Probably quite a few NBA. I was trying to remember their names. Some of the NBA guys probably going NBA, but they're going to be a tough out for anyone. I think they're going to go far in the tournament most likely. But yeah, they shoot really, really well. I'm going Kentucky. If you didn't catch what I was trying to
Okay.
say there.
Okay, just making sure. I'm just making sure. Want to pull off a bunch of hype and then go the opposite way, man.
Oakland. Yeah, no.
Boom. Mic drop by Drew. We got number 7, Florida versus either BSU or Colorado. Who we taking?
Oh man,
Florida. I chose Florida.
So I feel obligated to take the SEC school, but I honestly I think Boise State could win that game.
I was gonna say Colorado, but
I mean that's a
I don't think Colorado.
7-10 upset, man. There's always at least 2.
Yeah.
I know that's the other thing is I really it would not shock me. I think the Mountain West is really good too. So I mean,
Yeah.
I mean they got 6 teams in. That being said, I think I'm afraid to do it because I don't know if it's Boise State or Colorado. So if Boise State wins, I reserve the right to change that pick to Boise State because I'll know that on Wednesday. But right now I'll take Florida.
Okay. All right.
And I'm the opposite. If Colorado wins, I'm taking Colorado. But anyways,
And I do think
I'll-
I do think that'll be a good game, Colorado and Florida State. But that was
Yeah.
that
definitely.
was
Colorado
that was a
win. If
terrible
Colorado
matchup I
wins.
saw versus Colorado and Oregon.
yeah.
Oof. Let's see. Number 2, Marquette versus number 15, Western Kentucky. Drew, who you got?
Marquette. Yeah, I
Hands
don't
down.
know. You
Dwayne
know,
Wade.
actually, I
Boom.
should know more about Western Kentucky, but I don't. But I think Marquette's had a good year, so I'm going Marquette.
I think Marquette plays a little better defense than Western Kentucky does. I'm taking Marquette solely based off of their defense because I think they both average scoring about the same, but I think Marquette's defense is better. Mike, who are you taking?
Yeah, Marquette's got Shaka Smart as their coach too. I like Marquette. That being said, I am shocked that Marquette's a 2 seed. When the bracket
Right.
came out, that was
You
like
think
one
they're
of my
overseeded?
initial reactions. I don't think they should be a 2 seed. I don't know. They were good in the Big East. They hung well with UConn for the first half of that game. I don't think they're that good personally, but I mean they're not gonna lose to Western Kentucky. So I got
John?
Marquette there.
Yeah, I love Shaka Smart. I'll tell you that right now. So I probably have Marquette going farther than most people do, but I have Marquette for sure going farther here.
Let's go out west. Oh, I already know what my pick is. I don't even care who wins that 16 seed. UNC is winning that first one. Anybody else picking anything but UNC?
No.
Tar
Not for
Heels,
me.
baby. Shout out to my boy Mitch. Him and I always have this rival because he's a Duke fan and I'm a UNC fan. And so we always end up giving each other crap every year, especially during the tournament. Let's see. The second matchup out west, number 8, Mississippi State versus number 9, Michigan State. I'll go first on this one. Only because I'm a fan of Michigan State. I'm taking Michigan State.
I usually
I'm not
always
even
pick. Go ahead.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
go ahead.
yeah, I'm not even looking at Mississippi State's record or stats this year. I'm literally basing my pick off of I've been a fan of Michigan State. I'm picking Michigan State. That is literally it. What you got, Drew?
So I usually always pick Michigan State in the first round. I don't know. They've always seemed to, in my mind, they always do well. But I'm going Mississippi State this time. I just think they
Ooh.
have the better. I think they're the better defensive team. So I'm going.
See, this is what I'm
Mississippi State.
talking about. You hyping it up, and then you bail and go the other direction, man. Come on now.
Last time I did it.
Michigan
but this
State
time,
always
yeah.
does well in the first round, and I'm going Mississippi.
But no, but Mississippi State's my pick this time. I think it'll be a close game, but I think Mississippi State wins.
All right, Mike.
I'll tell you who wins this game. MSU. We just don't know which one. So no, Tom Izzo as a lower seeded coach, I don't think has ever lost. So I'm gonna go Michigan State here.
The Tom Izzo.
Again, it sucks because I made my comment about the SEC, but here I am picking a Big Ten school who I said was down. It's just a bad matchup for this SEC school. Mississippi State did well though.
If Boise State ends up winning that one, I don't think you've picked a single SEC state or SEC team.
SEC school. I picked Kentucky. And I picked Auburn. Come on.
He's going back and like, come on, give me some.
I think
John, who you
deeper.
taking?
Let me put it that way. I think they're deeper than most.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I don't know how top heavy they are, but I do think they're deeper.
I'm
John?
following Andrew on this one. I got Mississippi State.
Ooh, we're split decision on this one. Okay.
The winners and the losers, right?
Oh yeah.
We'll decide which is which.
I mean, you can call yourself whatever you want.
I feel like this pick is like Andrew's Dolphins, so we'll see how that goes. I'll just play Andrew.
I love it. Love it. Let's see.
Orange
we got
Creatures of the Sea, guys. All right.
number 5, St. Mary's versus number 12, GCU. Dude, Grand Canyon University. What?
Just for that.
So real quick, let me say I was at that Grand Canyon Championship game, and it was at the New Orleans casino, and this arena is ridiculous, right? I mean, it's smaller than Ontario, if like to put it in perspective.
Oh man,
I don't know how many fans it was, but there's only one section. You buy a ticket and you sit anywhere you want in the stadium. Like there's no even assigned seats, which is really cool. It'd be awesome to go the week before to that Gonzaga tournament because that's hosted there as well. But the environment was electric. I mean, it was 90% purple, Grand Canyon fans going nuts. I mean, it was loud. I don't know if you guys watched on TV, but it was just loud. It was awesome. It was awesome. And they actually have a pretty good squad. Grand Canyon's actually a really good team. Super athletic. St. Mary's, though, is also a very good team. And it's interesting because Grand Canyon is a run and gun, and St. Mary's is a very methodical, work the ball around, a lot of international players on St. Mary's. This one is a really, really tough one for me because I actually like St. Mary's, but it would not shock me to see an upset here. I do think a lot of people are picking an upset here, so I'm going to go with the favorite. I'm going to take St. Mary's. I don't want to be on that upset train for this one.
Now who's doing the hyping, guys?
You guys, man.
Yeah, that was weird.
Grand
That was
Canyon
what is-
over here.
Well, Grand
I just want you
Canyon's
guys
got
to
a
know
lot
that
of hype.
GCU has a lot of fans, and it was really a cool experience. But
That environment was
Smallest arena I've
electric.
ever been to, they have a lot of fans.
It was so amazing, but we're gonna choose the other team, just so you know.
I don't know, everyone seems to be picking Grand Canyon, so you know what?
I got
That's fine.
St.
I'll go
Mary's,
Grand
too.
Canyon. Switch it up. I'll go Grand Canyon. I want the extra 7 points.
Whoa, what just happened right now?
I'm going Grand Canyon.
What is going on?
Mike? You want to pick?
I'm
Mickey
going
Mouse,
Grand
you can pick
Canyon.
Mickey Mouse too. It don't
I'll
matter.
take
You
the
can
I'll
pick
take
whatever
the
you want.
risk for the extra 7 points on the lower seeded team.
I'm going
On the
St.
higher
Mary's.
seeded.
Just want to get that out there.
Going
me
St.
too.
Mary's. All right.
I'm going St. Mary's too, and I'm going strong on St. Mary's. I love that school.
All right.
I think they're great. They look great this year, so well, that's fine. You stay over there in your canyon over there. It can be grand, or we'll figure out how it is over there. But
Only reason I was
It is.
saying that is Bama gets the winner of the next game, and I'm picking Bama to win versus either one of those teams. So there's my
Fair
SEC
enough.
school. So
I
so
don't
that's
know,
why
man.
I'm okay if I lose that 1 point. It's worth the extra 7 risk in my opinion because I'm gonna go Bama in that next game. So
All right. Well, Grand Canyon did have a lot of electricity, but I'm still going St. Mary's.
Mm.
all right. Good. Then I'm glad I'm going Grand Canyon.
All right. Here we go. We got number 4 Alabama versus number 13 Charleston. Anybody taking the Charleston
Well,
pick?
we already know what
Roll.
Mike's picking, so
Roll Tide.
This guy.
Sweet home
Roll
Alabama.
Sing it,
Super
Mike.
Soleil, man. Who day is in football. Get out of here with that. Let's see. Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody taking Charleston?
No.
Super Soleil must be taking Charleston.
Hey, Charleston made it last year, and I think they advanced out of the first round, if I'm not mistaken. So they got a good squad, but Bama, just so you know, this is the highest scoring point total, according to Vegas odds in
Yeah.
NCAA history.
Yeah.
So I think it's set at 173 points. So this is if
Yeah.
you love offense, watch this. To put into perspective, I think that St. Mary's one is like 130. So you're talking about 40 more points, 45 more points than that other one.
Jeez.
So it should be a great game to watch. But the SEC school prevailed in this one.
Let's see if I can repost the bracket link in the comments. Anybody else wanting to join in on our bracket poll, our bracket group? Make sure you click on the link. It'll send you an invite. We're going through our brackets right now, doing our picks on the first round, because everybody's second round is going to be different, right? Bama versus Charleston. I'm going Bama. I'll go Bama. Anybody else picking Charleston? No, I didn't.
No.
Right, I didn't see that. Okay, let's go to the next game. Number 6 Clemson versus number 11 New Mexico.
this is a tough one.
It's not tough, guys. It's not tough.
It's tough, but I'm going Clemson.
You're going Clemson?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, you can't get them all right.
They
Andrew.
actually
That's
just.
okay.
I think they had a bad loss, right? But it's going back to what Mike always says. Was saying earlier. They're getting a lot of rest, so they had a lot of rest leading up to the tournament. So I'm going to go Clemson on this one. It's going to be close, I think, but I'm going Clemson.
Andrew, you ever heard of a player named Eddie House?
Yep.
You ever
I
heard
know
of a
Eddie
player
House.
named Jamal Mashburn?
Yep.
Both of their kids are on this New Mexico squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Guard heavy, Dent as well. They just come off the Mountain West win. This is a
My God.
no-brainer. New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Patino's
Hands
son.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I said the same thing.
Rick Pitino's son is the coach. Give me New Mexico. I really like New Mexico here. Really, really do.
That's gonna
Super
be-
Soleil said, "What's up, fellas?" And he said he's gonna join, and he said he's gonna win.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Are we giving out a prize, guys? Are we giving out a prize? For the winner?
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll add a prize. We'll do like a
Yeah.
gift card somewhere or something. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Whoever wins, we'll get them something.
Oh, ooh, extra. That's extra incentive to join.
Hey,
See, you
maybe
guys
John,
gotta
you
hit
could
that-
get an extra
hit that
shirt
link.
too. Maybe we could throw in a shirt.
Yeah, I'll
and,
figure out how to get a shirt, or I got in the works right now, like a hat deal going, so I'm working on something
Nice.
there. So.
So we'll do something in
Man,
a,
that's
some.
what
I'm working
Some
on it.
in
Give me
a
some
gift
time,
card
but I
too,
think
so.
I think I was able to get in with somebody, so I'll tell you
You,
guys later. About
you
it.
heard it
I mean, I
live.
won't
You
need
heard it
two. I
live.
won't need 2 hats
Let's
though
say
when
give
I
me
win.
some time.
Just so you know, I won't
He
need
said-
2 hats when I win this thing. So, but I would appreciate a gift card from the 3. That'd be great.
You heard it live. There's gonna be prizes to whoever wins this bracket. So you guys better join. Click on that link. No, I'm definitely taking New Mexico, and then we'll move on to the next bracket. Let's see, or the next matchup. Number 3
John, you
Baylor
took New
versus
Mexico too, right?
Yeah, I took New
Yeah.
Mexico too.
yeah, he did. Versus number 14 Colgate. Who you taking, Drew? Who you taking?
I got Baylor. This one, I
got
mean,
Baylor?
I just don't know Colgate that well, to be honest. So I got to go Baylor.
John?
Did the same. I went Baylor.
Mike?
Yeah, I can't pick a toothpaste to win, so I'm gonna pick.
That's all I can think about too. I was like,
No,
I
Colgate's
need-
actually pretty
I'm gonna
good.
go brush my teeth.
Yeah, Colgate is a veteran team. They got a big in the middle who's pretty solid, but Baylor's just too tough. I mean, Baylor's the Big 12 again. I got Baylor Bears. Give me the Baylor Bears.
They're supported by 4 out of 5 dentists.
Oh my gosh.
I'm more of
In-
a Crest
in
guy
Hawaii.
myself, so.
Me too.
Aquafresh.
Let's see. Let's go number 7 Dayton versus number 10 Nevada.
Nevada.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
a
that's gonna be
7-10
my- that's gonna be
upset,
my-
man.
Yeah, that's gonna be my upset. Is Nevada.
That's your 7-10 upset, Nevada.
But they get out the first round, and that's gonna be it.
Mike, this is a pretty even spot, man.
This is interesting because Dayton was another bubble team. They lost early in their tournament.
Yeah.
Nevada was a bubble team as well, and they were the 6th team to come out of the Mountain West. It's a tough one, but I'm gonna take the extra points on Nevada. I'll take the 3 extra points and take Nevada. Go Wolfpack.
Drew.
I was pretty torn on this one, but since Mike picked Nevada, I'm going Dayton for sure on that one. So.
The Flyers. I love Dayton. Dayton's a good school, but yeah, I'm going Nevada.
I'm actually going Nevada. I thought we were gonna go all in, all 4 of us for this upset. I'm taking Nevada on the upset as well. Let's see, and then the last matchup in this bracket, you got number 2 Arizona versus number 15 Long Beach State. Yep.
Bear down. That's my school. That's my favorite college, University of Arizona. And they lost in this spot last year as a 2 seed in the first round. They lost in the Pac-12 semifinals, which was a little bit of a letdown. But Caleb Love is going to get this done and beat Long Beach State, who fired their coach before this tournament, yet he's still coaching. So pretty incredible story for Long Beach State. The Big West, I can't believe Long Beach State got out of it. I don't think the coach who isn't coaching the team thought he would get out of it. So kind of a funny story, but Zona kind of home field advantage, 2 games in Salt Lake. So a lot closer. But yeah, I like Zona for sure.
Chris Howard is chiming in. He says the East region is a total monster. The West region is total softness. I would definitely agree with you on that one. That's for sure. Who else may pick? Mike,
all picked Arizona, right?
Arizona.
Yeah.
Everybody picked in Arizona.
Yeah, I think we're all on Arizona.
Long Beach State's a cool story though, but yeah, we got to go Arizona for sure.
Let me ask you guys this. Let's put the picks aside, okay? If you're the Long Beach State coach, you got let go before the tournament, or before their title tournament, right?
Their conference tournament, yeah.
Their conference tournament. Gets let go. The AD tells him we're going to be moving on. He pleads his case, like, let me finish out the rest of the year. They make it into the dance. If they somehow squeak out 1 win out of the tournament, what do you do as the coach? Or what do you? Let's say you're in the position of the AD. You've let a guy go. He pleads his case. He makes it into the tournament, and then he wins 1 game. Can you bring him back?
I think you make the offer.
I think the AD may be fired if that happened.
Dude.
I mean, yeah, that's a tough one. I think they have to try, but if I'm the coach, I don't want any part of that.
So
definitely.
Here's the thing as a coach, if you win, leverage that storyline into even a better school, a better coaching job somewhere else,
Agreed.
Unless you don't get any offers. But if that happens, I think he'll have some schools looking at him, probably get some more money somewhere else and do well. But I mean, if you're Long Beach State, I'd probably make the offer. I'd say, hey, you know what? We're willing to renew your contract. And just say what it is. Like, we thought it was a wrong fit, but we were wrong. These kids rallied around you, so you must be doing something right, and let's go for it. But yeah, I think the coach can have all the power if that happens.
Funny story. That guy who commented, Chris Howard. So I've known him for a long time. He's my best friend, and I've known him since I was like in kindergarten, right? But he was on the staff. He was on the staff. You guys are all my best friends. He was on the. I just haven't known you since kindergarten.
Different tiers of best friends. Different tiers.
It's funny because I don't even know I don't even remember how we met. It's like neither one of us do. We just are friends. So anyway, he was on the staff at Fullerton, and I remember going to support him a couple games, and they played Long Beach State, and I remember the whole crowd vividly chanting, "Long Beach State sucks. Long Beach State sucks," like the whole game over and over. It's like their biggest rival. So yeah, it's funny that we're talking about Long Beach State. But yeah, I mean they're done. So it's a cool story, but yeah,
Fullerton, baby.
Their season's over. Yeah,
That-
go
that's-
Titans.
I went to Fullerton, so Bruce Bowen. Yeah, that was our
Right.
that was our most famous.
right.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
Let's move on to the last region, that Midwest region. We got do we care who ends up in that 16 seed? Number 1 Purdue versus number 16.
well, according to Mike, they're gonna lose again in the first
Man,
round.
I hate Purdue. I hate Purdue. I hate Purdue. They just have that one big guy and a terrible coach. So, but I mean, Purdue's gonna win this game. I mean, they're just you can't teach size, and they got a big kid on their team, Zach Edey.
So I can't speak to their coaching, but they are a different team than last season. We talked about Kentucky, number 1 in shooting threes, 3-point percentage this season. You guys know who number 2 is? Purdue.
Montana State.
Whoever's coming in
Purdue's
at
number
16.
2.
Grambling.
They shoot at 40%. Last season, Purdue was ranked 277th overall in 3-point shooting, shooting around 31%. So they've increased their 3-point shooting, and it's because they got a transfer, a really good shooter. I forgot his name. He transferred in, and then a couple of guys just really improved their shooting from last season to this season. And when you got a monster, that huge big guy, going up for NCAA Player of the Year potentially
For the second year in a row.
So,
but listen,
they're a better team.
Matt Painter, as the coach, not only lost last year as a 1 seed, they lost the year before as a 2 seed in the first round. So, I mean, talk about demons. I think that it's actually good that they did not win the Big Ten championship, because that has been like a recipe for disaster in that conference. But Purdue, I don't see them losing this game. But I asked me that 1 year ago, I said the same comment. So I hate Purdue, man. The Boilermakers make me boil. Yeah.
Mike must have lost money or something. That's the only explanation for this hatred.
I can neither confirm nor deny that Purdue cost me money, but they are the Boilermakers for a reason.
We got a number 8.
They're a better team than last season. That's the thing.
I agree.
Their big guy has more experience, and hopefully he can keep himself out of foul trouble. And then their shooters are just much better. They have much better shooters around us, which was what you need for a big guy like him. So
what was interesting the other day when they played Wisconsin? Literally, I'm watching this game, and 2 minutes into the game, big guy picks up a foul, and the big kid on Wisconsin gets in his face and starts jawing, and the big guy on Purdue gets in his face, double technical, and now the big guy on Purdue just picked up 2 fouls in a matter of 2 minutes into the game. And to me, that shows undiscipline by him, right? You have to know the situation. They're trying to tick you off because you are a monster on the court. Like, I mean, literally, you're just a monster out there. I don't even think he'll be in the NBA. He's not athletic. He's not quick. He's tall, and in the college game, he just takes up so much dang space that you get into the lane. That's just a tough shot to go over a 7'5" guy. So, yeah, the game really comes to him, but I don't think he's all that great. But again, I agree with you, Andrew. They do have a lot better shooting on the outside. Braden Smith's a great shooter. They're solid. So I just yeah. I'm tired of that.
That's not making. After all that,
yeah.
After all that, both of you are going Grambling, right? Or Montana State.
Yeah, I definitely am going Grambling.
Let's see. We got our number 8 Utah State versus number 9 TCU. Drew, who are you taking?
I'm going Utah State. I actually think they're a little underrated as a 8 seed. So I'm going to go Utah State. I think they've had a good season.
John?
I just spun the bottle and landed on Utah State, so I'm choosing Utah State.
I love it. Mike?
So this is tough because you got Big 12 versus Mountain West, and I told you I like both those conferences. But Utah State is not good when they're not in Logan, Utah. So I saw them versus San Diego State. They were up big early, double digits in the first half, and they ended up losing pretty bad in that game, considering where they were. So I'm gonna go TCU. Give me the Big 12.
Ooh, going TCU. What do I want to State. I'm going Utah State. We'll go Utah State. All right, let's move on. Number 5, Gonzaga versus number 12, McNeese. I think it's the first time Gonzaga hasn't been that I can remember. Dang, that seated that low. Sheesh. I'm taking Zags on that one. John, who you taking?
Yep, I'm following you too.
Eggs?
I got Gonzaga. Yeah.
Mike?
Andrew, did you happen to research the 3-point shooting of McNeese? Where they're
I
at?
didn't. Did you look them up?
They're pretty high, is my understanding. They have one of the best bigs in the country too. It's a tough matchup for them though, playing Gonzaga. Gonzaga kind of early in the season didn't look that good. Dropped out of the top 25 for the first time in like forever. Mark Few though is a great coach. He's got into the Sweet 16 for like 6 straight years. This one's really tough because you don't win 3 games like McNeese State did by not being good. I just think it's a terrible matchup for them with Gonzaga. So I'm gonna go Gonzaga. I'm gonna go Zags.
So, Mike, McNeese is 8th in the country in 3-point shooting. And I was going to mention too, Northwestern, Colorado, Dayton. These are also. I'm kind of picking a lot of these 3-point shooting teams. So we'll see if it pans out. Baylor is top 10. So
Said live and die by the
we'll
3.
We'll see what happens there. Well, I mean, when you're picking upsets, though, sometimes that 3-point shooting team that gets hot,
a great
they just-
equalizer.
Yep. So, I'm actually gonna go McNeese on this one. This will be my upset.
Ooh,
Nice.
attaboy,
I like it.
attaboy.
I like
That's
it.
what
I
I'm
like it.
talking about. Go for the underdog. What else? We got number 4, Kansas versus number 13, Samford. Let's see who we got. Who you got, John?
I actually seen a couple of the Samford games, so I mean, obviously they're playing lower type teams, but I thought they did pretty good this year. I have Kansas, but I do think Samford's a good team.
Mike?
So since John convinced me, I'm gonna go Samford. Kansas is injured.
Ooh.
Kansas is injured. Dickerson's injured. They are really struggling right now. And I would love to see Samford beat a blue blood at like Kansas and
Sure.
you know, I think that'd be a cool story. Although I would like to see Kansas Gonzaga second round too. I think that'd be great too.
That would be a good game. Drew?
So I'm going Samford as well. Not copying Mike. But interesting enough, they're better. They're a better shooting team than McNeese. So they're number 7 in the country. Samford is. So, like I said, if going for upsets, I don't know. It's a team that can hit the 3 well.
So the issue
and also
that
that's just 2 things I looked up: 3-point shooting and injuries. And so I was already looking at Kansas like, So, anyways, go on.
Here's my only issue with that pick for you, Andrew, is you got McNeese and Samford in the second round. So
it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be
all
really
3-pointers.
Yeah, like I mean it's just tough to go, to make that pick. So I get it. I could see it happening.
Look, I'm telling you right now, Kansas, their basketball team is very good. Their student body is very good. They have an electric student body that travels really well. And so because of that, I'm going Samford. All right.
I was like, I know he's
Next
gonna do
game.
it. I know he's gonna do that. I knew you were doing that, dude.
The reversal. That's funny.
We're going number 6, South Carolina versus number 11, Oregon. Drew, you go first.
I'm going Oregon on this one. I just got a good feeling about the Ducks, guys. No reason other than that.
Got a good feeling about the Ducks, huh, Mike?
So SEC versus the Pac-12 that I said is terrible. That Oregon won that game. That was terrible to watch. So it was very, very. It's an SEC in South Carolina. But Aldridge's a good coach, man. Give me Oregon. I because of the point difference, the seed difference. I'll take the extra 5 points. I know I shouldn't have said anything early because I think I'm going against all my stuff right now. It's just matchups, man. It's a
Yeah.
that Oregon switches to a 1-3-1 zone. I don't think South Carolina has the shooters to compete with that. So I'm gonna go Oregon over South Carolina.
John?
They beat Arizona too. So, anyways,
I would rather not talk about that one.
I love that Mike lives on a pendulum, so I appreciate that, Mike. I actually chose Oregon too. I chose the Pac-12 this time. I think they have a pretty solid team. I think 11's a little low for them, but I'm good with that. So I chose Oregon.
Well,
Damn,
they
are
don't
we
get in. They don't
unanimous
get
on
in the
this?
tournament unless they won that game the other day. In my
But that
opinion, I don't think
that game was ugly though. You're right. Like I was like, I saw the last I think the last half of that game or the second half of that game. So
Yeah,
We're unanimous on that pick. Everybody's going Oregon. Okay.
you're going Oregon.
okay.
All right.
I am going Oregon. Let's see. Number 3, Creighton versus number 14, Akron. Anybody taking Akron?
no.
I mean, I don't think the Blue Jays foul Akron in the last second when they're winning the game. So, dude, poor kid from Kent State though. I'm sorry, man. I mean, you got to know the situation, but like that's bad. Taking that foul when you're up 1 with 4 seconds left. Like,
Right.
I feel
Right.
bad for the kid. But yeah, Creighton, the Blue Jays are just better.
Let's see. Texas, number 7, Texas versus number 10, either UVA or CSU. Who you taking? Longhorns? Virginia winning that?
So that's the thing. If Virginia wins, I think Virginia beats Texas.
I would agree with that.
I said the same thing. have it
Colorado
written down.
State. Mountain West.
I haven't seen.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Colorado State play at all. That's my problem.
Yeah, I saw him play versus New Mexico. I was at that game, and that was it. They're solid. Colorado State was solid early in the year, but I'm gonna go Texas.
Ooh, going Oh, see, you're
Yeah, I'm gonna go
backtracking on the SEC.
Big 12
those-
still. Big
Oh,
12.
Big 12. Drew, John, who you guys taking?
I said the same thing. If Virginia wins, Virginia beats Texas. If Virginia doesn't win, then I take Texas. So I'm just hoping Virginia wins.
You got it, John or Drew.
I'm gonna take Texas just all the
Taking
way.
Texas. All right.
Yeah.
All the way. Wow.
I don't see that happening.
First round. Let me clarify.
All the way
that's
past
impressive.
this
Depending
game.
which ones win, doesn't matter to me.
I was like, wow, he
UVA
just
or
filled out his
UVA.
bracket.
All the way to the locker
Number.
room. Let's see. And then the last game of that we need to pick between number 2 Tennessee, number 15 St. Peter's. I don't even see St. Peter's having enough offense to get there. I think Tennessee dominates this game.
Yeah, interesting. Tennessee, Texas second round would be Rick Barnes against his old school. So
Yeah.
Tennessee
Yeah, it
coach.
would.
I think that's a cool little storyline. So I would love to see Tennessee. There'll be a lot of orange in the stands for sure too.
Drew, who you got?
Oh, I got Tennessee. Yeah.
Tennessee, John?
Same. Tennessee.
Nobody swinging on that one. All right.
Did anyone pick
Okay.
an upset for a 2 or for a 1 or 2 seed this time? I don't think any of us picked an upset there.
No.
I don't
I did
think
not.
so. Let's see. Nope, I did not. I mean, but they were pretty bad matchups.
Yeah, but they always are. I mean, like
Yeah, I
last
would.
few years, I don't think I even picked a 3 seed to lose either. So
Man, now I got to go back through my picks. Drew, what the heck, man?
yeah, we'll figure that out later. We made our picks, so
All right,
Dude, I think
fellas.
I
Right on.
think the only 4 seed was Samford. That's the biggest upset I have over Kansas.
I gotta look over my picks. I don't even know. I'll look over them in a bit. For those that are still watching, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube at Jam Pack Podcast. Click on that notification button so you can view us live. We are live every Monday evening, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Jam Pack Podcast, on Twitter at Jam Pack Pod. from all of us at Jam Packed, make sure you guys be kind to one another, be safe out there, and we'll see you guys next week.
Do we want to do one more round or no? Were we not picking one more round?
No,
Just because that goes, that'll be done before our next podcast. So
we'll pre-record that.
okay,
We'll pre-record that second one, probably either tomorrow, or something. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's over the time. All right, cool.
Yep, for sure. We'll see you guys later.
Bye, fellas.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye.